Hello, and welcome to CHUB Cast, where we review 2 albums an episode spanning across some multitude of genres, with your hosts.
My name is Zach Smith, and I'm the bassist.
And I'm Ben, and I'm the vocalist.
The one who plays the guitar is me, Greg.
I'm Kyle, and I hit stuff with sticks.
All the way from Brighton, UK. Combined, we make up the band CHUB. I hope you enjoy the podcast.
Hello, and welcome to CHUB Cast episode 15. This week we are talking about Benji Webb, Benji Webb's reggae album, I Haven't Been Kicking in Ages, and Code Orange underneath. Kicking, sexier. And Kissing Dynamite, Cadillac Maniac, and WAP by Cardi B are the singles. Hooray. We're going to jump straight in with Benji Webb's I Haven't Been Nicking in Ages. Go on, Greg.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all that shit. Get a t-shirt, but we're sponsor of this episode, and let's go. So, we're... Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
Just go anyway.
Alright. So this week, we listened to Benji Webb's album, I Haven't Been Kicking in Ages. Oh, he's back.
What the fuck happened?
Mate, it's always just as we start talking, every time the curse.
The CHUB Cast curse. We managed to get 15 episodes, nearly 15 done, so...
Yeah,
fuck you. Fuck you, the powers that be.
Fuck you, the man.
Never stop. Juicy time.
Nice.
Anyway.
Alright. Yeah, let's do that again. So this week we listened to Benji Webb's reggae album 2015. It's called I Haven't Been Nicking in Ages. So we are all aware, but you might not be aware, Benji Webb is the singer from the only reggae metal band that exists, as far as I know. Maybe there's more. Skindred.
It's probably more now, but
yeah, they're the originators, I believe.
OGs.
Yeah, they're the one that everybody knows, and they are amazing, and everyone should listen to them. But this is Benji's solo project that came out 2015, which is the same year as their 6th album. I think it was Volume. Yeah, Volume, same year as that one.
It was busy.
That's my jam.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that on? No, that's Big Things, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, maybe.
What's on Volume?
It is a jam. So yeah, quite different from Skindred. I thought it's a bit of a random pick, no real reason. I thought I'd see what you guys think, because I know you're not massive fans of reggae, but obviously we're all massive fans of Benji, so I wanted to put you in a difficult position. Let's go with Kyle. What did you think?
Well, it's as you say, I'm not a fan of reggae at all. I wasn't looking forward to listening to this, I'm going to be honest, because my thinking was, if I'm not a fan of reggae, I'm probably not going to be a fan of a metal musician doing reggae, even if it is a reggae metal musician, you know? So I was kind of like, okay, well, Distant Relatives I enjoyed more than I expected. So let's give it a go. First impression was, why the fuck is it called I Haven't Been Nicking in Ages?
Yeah.
I read some of the lyrics, I was like, where's the nicking come into this?
Yeah. This is not a concept album. It has literally nothing to do with nicking.
Yeah. If anything, it should be called I Have Been Loving All the Time.
Love.
Love.
By the way, I'm in love.
I love. Every song is about love.
Yeah, that. And I've said before in this podcast, I'm not a big fan of lovey songs. So, the main thing I took away from this album, and me and Ben noticed it 2 songs in, was dun, 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 dun. Every fucking song has the same fucking beat.
Yeah, I've got that note as well. It's as if every song, he literally gets a keyboard and goes, ding, 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 but slower.
me and
I'm
Ben
like, I think I know how to make reggae songs now.
Yeah, welcome to Reggae Boys. It's actually pretty easy, isn't it?
comes from
So
a
you
punk
did-
band.
Hypocrites. Yeah, we noticed it like 2 songs in, and then the first time we were listening, we were both listening together on the TV, and I just sat there skipping through the songs. I was like, this one doesn't have any din 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 so far, and then it would be like an intro, and then like 20 seconds in, it would kick in, and we crack up again, like no, no.
It would have like a really like lovely intro of like da da da. We were like, oh, okay, this is something slightly different, and then it's like ding, 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 and I was like, oh god.
At least none of the songs started with whatever sort of percussion instrument it is, just going like dun 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 dun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
a couple of them nearly did.
They were so close to doing that.
Yeah, I do. I agree with everything that you've said. I wanted to put a comparison in your minds because I was thinking about. I share your like problems with this, but I was thinking like, why do I actually enjoy it? And I wanted to compare it to Frank Ocean and Moonchild and the things that we said about that. That it's basically good background music, but you wouldn't sit down and listen to it. Would you guys agree with that?
It depends how loud it is, because Blue Bar, no.
Oh.
really intrusively loud.
We ended up at a reggae night at Blue Bar once, and we were sitting right by the speaker, and I legitimately think that's why I hate reggae.
Dude, it was so it was like reggae and jungle, and it was just
that would be like dub kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was it was reggae tunes, but they've added like some dodgy like
that's jungle.
yeah.
I was thinking more like Amsterdam coffee shop than Blue Bar.
Oh, today it's a bit of a jump, man. I don't know about that.
Well, that's the background music I was talking about.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think background music. Yes, background music. Ben, what do you think?
Okay, so the thing is, this fucking sucked.
Oh man,
you can't say that about Benji, man. Come on.
I mean,
I mean,
Metallica, but they did Lulu. So.
Yeah, that's true. And like the thing is, like, I understand. As background music, it's fine, but I feel like it would be the kind of background music where like time would stand still because the whole thing sounds like exactly the same. You wouldn't know if like 5 minutes or 5 hours had gone by because it's just ding, 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 ding in the background, and I'll be like, are they playing? Is this still the same song? Where am I? What world is this? And yeah, it's just. I liked his voice.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well. Obviously, Benji Webb's fucking voice is stunning.
Yeah.
He has a good voice. Did anyone get the chance to properly read the lyrics?
I actually couldn't find them. I tried to search for them.
Did he mention love a lot?
He mentioned love a lot. There's one specific song that, like, genuinely, I mean, you guys know me. Like, I'm the lieutenant of love. Like, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. But this genuinely, Benjamin Hart. But this song, This Love, genuinely made me feel quite ill. Like,
would you say you hate it? Do you hate love?
Wow, dude. Do you hate love?
Well, I hate this love. Yeah.
Wait, why did it make you feel ill? Like, elaborate.
It's just because it was so cheesy, and the lyricism was just awful. Like, there were literal rhymes that like I remember at one point, there was a rhyme, I can't remember what it was, but it was so like in my head I was literally like, I hope he doesn't rhyme this with this because it instantly came in my head, and I was like, I swear to God, if he does it, this is the corniest shit. And then he did it, and I was just like, ah! Like, I have to find it. It's one verse, like not one verse, but like one stanza of a verse, and it just kills me.
Lyrics either. I'm trying to find them now.
I think my favourite lyrics were in Tonight. That just had really stupid lyrics. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Do you have any?
No, but halfway through it, he just descends into like weird noises, and it's like he's doing an impression of like an old man or something. He's just like, like for like 5 seconds.
He does that in the interludes as well.
That was weird. Yeah, interludes as always pointless. Like
yeah.
Oh dear, it is great. I did actually write it's come at background music. It's like atmospheric in a way, apart from the ding dings. But if you look past that, thing is, like, what I noticed is a lot of the songs had good intros, but because it's reggae, it slows right down, and maybe I should have been looking at it more like background music instead of actually like paying attention to it. Claire really liked it though. Claire really likes reggae, and I was asking her, I was like, why do you like reggae, Claire? Tell me. And she was like, 'cause I like the beat, I like the chill vibes. She was probably smoking a spliff at the time, to be fair, so
she's smoking out the window in a rainy day whilst watching the world go by.
Yeah, exactly. Me, on the other hand, I was doing the washing up, so
some things never change.
I was in my element.
The total opposite of the really angry washing up you were doing before, instead of smashing the dishes.
Like, you washing up whilst you're listening to Code Orange as well.
Oh dear! But all the intros, like, but I wish I listened to it like 2 weeks ago now, but there was loads of like intros where I was like, oh, this sounds sick, and then the main gist of the song came in, and most of the time I'll just be like, oh, oh no.
Aww.
Something I was thinking during this was like, you know how there's loads of drum and bass where it always uses that same like that exact same drum beat. And I was like, and once you notice it, you're like, oh fuck, it's ruined forever. And I was thinking, like, a lot of people would be like, well, that's drum and bass, that's just the drum and bass drums. And I would argue, like, there's plenty of drum and bass songs that have like a different beat, like there's some diversity. Whereas, like, is the whole like ding ding, like, is that like an integral, like, is it not reggae if you don't have that?
I think, yeah, pretty much. You can do like variations on it, but if you were to stray too far from that, you'd have to start inventing a subgenre for it. Like,
see, I feel like this is the same problem as we had with, I can't remember what we were talking about this, and it was basically, it was the synthwave one, and it was like, it's such a restrictive genre in that if you stray too far from what makes it, in this case, reggae, then it's not reggae anymore. So it doesn't allow for a lot of like diversity throughout. And I feel like, obviously, Benji Webb, like, he's a great musician, but he's not primarily a reggae musician, so he's not going to be breaking any boundaries within this restrictive format, you know?
Yeah, this is probably one of his like creative outlets. He was probably a bit bored of making metal songs, maybe, and just wanted to do something different. And yeah, he probably did go into it being like, I'm not gonna try and change the reggae genre as we know it, you know. I agree, it was definitely just in it to make some reggae tunes, and people who like reggae will like it, and people who don't like reggae won't like it. Okay. And
yeah, I don't think he wasn't trying to push any boundaries here.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like a passion project.
Music that's for me, whenever there's, he must have, like, I mean, I don't know why I get the impression, just call it a hint or something, but like, I feel like that he was in love when he was writing a lot of these songs.
Maybe.
I reckon he was just very high.
And he might have been high or more. Oh yeah, maybe it's both.
High on love.
I think he was in love with Mary Jane.
And it always like it's just confirmation bias.
Sorry.
It's just like confirmation bias at the moment for me that like a lot of music nowadays, or a lot of music in general, that's like someone's happy and they're in love, kind of sucks. Like that's why
Big
the heavier
words.
stuff is just so good. It's it's the,
but then you
the goth in
do
you.
you do like some very angry music.
It's true. That's true.
I suppose I'd say for artists that want to stick quite tightly to a genre, the price of that is that you have to be in the right mood to listen to it, because it's very
sure.
like unidirectional. Maybe probably the wrong word, but
You're almost
other
like
things
typecast in a way.
yeah, like other things that play more and they're a bit more in between genres and they're doing wacky creative stuff. You can listen to it for like being interesting in other ways, but yeah, different strokes for different folks, I guess I would say.
For sure.
Made me want to listen to Skin Dread though.
Oh yeah.
I do love Skin Dread though.
I was just listening to it, just like, man, I could go for some Skin Dread right now. Don't know why. Weird.
I think that says a lot about his stage presence as well, and the fact that we've all seen like Skin Dread so many times live, and we know
Skindred, all of our most seen band.
Yeah, by far.
It's up there.
I think for me it is.
Four times.
Yeah.
Like I've seen them like at least about 4 times, and the thing is as well, like we know from watching him live, we know from like looking at the videos and everything like that, like this man is like an energetic, like get in your face, like fucking blah kind of guy. So it's a really jarring contrast to hear him like kind of lazily, not lazily like lazy, like lazily as in like hazily, like kind of going through this really soft kind of reggae thing. To me it's like really jarring because I know what kind of singer he was. If maybe like this is the first time I ever heard him, I'd probably just be like, just a normal kind of reggae guy doing his reggae thing. But I think it's made worse by the fact that I'm like, come on Benji, fucking go like waka 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 ba 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 or something, like something crazy into the microphone. Like, what's this shit you keep saying about love? It's so boring.
I know what you mean.
Like,
this is
like,
definitely like the
again.
other end of the fucking spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there ain't no bruises or like warning on this album.
Oh yeah. You know what? He should have like taken some of his Skin Dread songs and turned them into only reggae songs. I'd like to hear that.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
What's the one where nobody? Yeah, if there was like a nobody.
Nobody.
Just no moshable bits.
Just get rid of the blah 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 part.
Yeah, and replace it with keyboard.
Slow it down to a quarter speed.
I'd listen to that.
Or just replace it with like a xylophone, like ding 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 ding.
One of the things, random thoughts I had was, did you see the music video for No More Fighting?
No.
No.
It's him walking along the beachfront in what looks like LA or something. It's definitely America, and he's just walking around basically like rapping into the camera, right? And one of the things that I was thinking is, imagine you're just some random American walking down the beach, and you see this like black dude with dreads like singing a reggae song into a camera, and you go, "Oh wow, man, that's pretty cool. What sort of music do you do?" And he just turns to you, goes, "Oh, you're right!" in his like fucking Welsh accent. You'd just be like absolutely baffled.
That'd be awesome.
He's such an interesting character. I reckon he'd be really cool to hang out with.
Oh, he's so cool. Just a bit. Remember when we first saw him and he was just wearing like that like red leather or something and the spiky glasses, and he just took off his glasses, just looked out into the crowd, and his eyes were like pulsating red. He was just so high.
He was up on the big screen, just like closed on his eyes.
Yeah.
That was amazing. The thing where he comes on to the Imperial March as well is like the coolest fucking way to
and they were doing the Newport helicopter for the first time. Oh.
That's good shit.
In our seats because we put the wrong tickets.
No, the first time I did it.
Oh no, was
you,
that
Greg?
That was my
a download. 2011.
Download, yeah.
Was it? Oh shit! Do you remember the time when we accidentally bought seated tickets though, and we were like doing it there as well?
Yeah.
But those tickets were $5, so no regrets.
That was such a sick gig, wasn't that? Was that the one with the Defiled as well?
Yeah, and Therapy.
Therapy.
Oh, yeah, Therapy, the Defiled. Therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was those three.
it was the Jägermeister tour or something. And Alex went with us.
Yeah. That was his first ever gig, wasn't it?
First.
Yeah.
It's,
must be the only gig I've come to with that.
He's seen
I think-
Eminem.
Yeah, he went to Eminem with James like a few years later.
Oh well. Does anyone have any points? Greg, you must have some.
No, not particularly. Like, I just wanted to get your opinions on it because I thought it'd be an interesting, don't know, example.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't really have any reason for picking it. It was on my list, and I thought it might be funny.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought him to my attention.
Yeah, and yeah, my mission for this podcast is to force you all to like country and reggae.
No!
This podcast is making me like it more.
I do want to say that, like, even though he is like a metalhead man, front man, I think, even though I don't like reggae, I think he did a really fucking good job at it. It's definitely reggae. I don't like it, but I mean, Claire and Greg like it, and they actually like reggae, so it must be good reggae, right? That's how I look at it.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I guess from like a reggae standpoint, I wouldn't be able to judge because I don't know really. Oh, well, I know what good reggae sounds like. I like Bob Marley because he's the reggae man.
Reggae guy.
Bob Marley.
But what makes you like him?
Maybe it's because it's like probably like I don't know. Like I think it's because he's got like a really unique, good voice.
I legit think it's only because he's super famous and those songs have been drilled into our minds.
And they've and it's probably like years and years and years of listening to Three Little Birds and like stuff like that. That's like.
I think it's Three Little Birds isn't even a Bob Marley song. I was about to say that, and I was like, shit, that's not Bob Marley.
Is it not?
Didn't he do?
He does.
Is it not a cover though?
He does the famous version. I don't know who else does it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I was thinking that. I was like,
there's definitely another song where it's like everybody thinks it's Bob Marley, but it was originally. No, it's not. Everybody thinks it's Bob Marley, but it's not. Oh, I can't remember.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember now. I'm looking it up.
I think everyone thinks he wrote it, but he didn't. Everyone thinks he wrote it, but he's the one that like sung it or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we do outro? No. Does anyone got any final points?
I'll do my favourite songs in the score.
Yeah, go on then. Take it. See us out, Greg.
Yeah. I've pretty much said everything. If you like reggae, you probably like this. If you like a bit of reggae, smoke something legal, and give this a listen. My favourite songs were "Girl Like You" and "Rude Boys Rise," just for no particular reason. Rise because it's kind of the only one not about love, but then it kind of still is. And I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I would have given it a 5, but I think the fact that it's Benji and his voice is fantastic elevates it to the 6 for me.
Fair enough.
Pick someone.
Go on, Ben.
what were you gonna say, Greg? You were gonna finish the final point.
Oh no, I said Zach, but he said Ben. You go.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Zach.
Oh. Okay, I'll do it. So, the songs were... They were alright.
Nah, go on.
Your face are like, God, do it. Dude, I fucking hated this album so much. I was literally like everything just morphed into one. it was hard to get through just because it was just monotonous and it sounded all the same. And and he has a nice voice. Like, I'll give him that. He is a singer who has a nice voice in a band that I already appreciate. So, from like a merit point of view, he does a good job at what he does, and that's great. From a personal enjoyment point of view, I would not recommend this to a dead pigeon. And and the only reason I'm not giving it a 1, just for the sheer boredom that I had during this is just because it's Benji Webb, and he's, you know, I appreciate his music and Skin Dread, so I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
Nice. 2 out of 10. Brutal. I'll go now because I was meant to go. Ben, you stole me. You know what? I don't give a fuck if Benji is the front man of one of the most beloved metal bands of our time. This is boring and I hate reggae and I hate it. It's boring and it sucks. I was going to give it a 4 out of 10, but then I remembered I gave Ghostmane a 4 out of 10, and just to annoy Greg, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
It's so good.
Dude,
this is worse than Ghostmane. Greg, how do you feel?
Ooh.
I'll be honest, I enjoyed Ghostmane more than this. I feel like Ghostmane, like, at least there was like a bit of diversity, but for me, like, God, it really does all sound the same. Like, the second song started, I was like, wait, this is a different song? And like, obviously, I don't like reggae anyway, but yeah, it all sounded so similar. And we were literally 3 songs in, and me and Ben were like, please.
How is that any different from like Moonchild though?
I feel like Moonchild is easier to like relax to, whereas this, like, at least Moonchild like is diverse. You know, there's different things going on in each song. Or to me, it's more diverse. But whereas you guys were saying you could put this on as background music, I genuinely don't think I could, because I'd get annoyed. I'd be like, when's the song gonna change? I'd be like, why has it been going ding, ding, ding for the last half an hour? Like, you know, it would piss me off.
Level up.
And like, for that reason, like, the fact that it made me angry, it's a 1 out of 10. I'm sorry, it's a 1 out of 10. Genuinely have nothing good to say about this album. I also don't care as Benji Webb. I genuinely never want to listen to this again.
Love Skindred though.
I do love Skindred.
Yeah, I love Skindred. But like,
my hatred for reggae outweighs my love for Skindred.
Greg, I think you've got a long uphill struggle to get us into reggae.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got plenty more where that came from.
Fuck!
Just recommend the best of the best. Like, just pick something, like, start from the top and work your way down. Don't start from the bottom and work your way up.
No, I'm gonna work my way up. It's way funnier.
Lulling us into a false sense of security.
Yeah, and then eventually
when we do get to a good album, we'll be like, shit, it's quite good actually.
Yeah, maybe that is the strat.
We'll see. I'm gonna deep dive into reggae, find the good shit.
Good luck.
Does that make it the lowest scored album yet? I hope so.
Ghostmane was lower.
I think Ghostmane was
Sarah
lower.
Vaughan, I think, might have been lower as well.
Oh.
I gave Sarah Vaughan like a 7, so I think that pulled it up a bit.
Yeah.
Does the person who recommended its opinion count though?
I think I did
really,
give Sarah Vaughan a 1 as well.
That's a fair shout, actually.
Yeah. Nah, it's still
anyway.
lower than Ghostmane.
It's a race to the bottom, boys. I'm going for the title.
Race to the bottom.
Wait, what did Rumahoy get then? If we're just counting.
I mean, I gave Rumahoy like a 9, but
yeah, but
I gave it a 2.01.
I can't remember what I gave mine.
Imagine if that put it over the edge, so it was winning.
Actually, no.
Nah, I mean, Ghostmane got 0, a 1, and a 2.
You did give it a
Yeah,
0.
yeah. I gave it a 1, and Greg gave it a 0, which is literally he doesn't even consider it music.
Postman's probably winning then.
Who's ready for some wet ass pussy?
I am.
I'm ready.
I've got my pocket
me.
rock.
Fucking soggy over here.
I love wet
I've got
ass.
I love wet, soggy.
I love soaking
vaginas.
wet cats,
Mm.
drowning them
Oh my
in a
god!
bucket.
Macaroni in a pot. Anyway, so the first single we're gonna review is Cardi B and Megan the Stallion. Sorry, Megan the Stallion, not Megan the Stallion.
What's the difference?
Single.
One more E.
There's one more E in the D.
2 E's.
I
Yeah.
see.
And this is their single WAP, which is Cardi B's 4th #1 hit on the Billboard, and it's considered the most explicit and probably, in some people's opinions, grotesque singles ever released onto the to make it onto the top 100 Billboard in, I think, the world, especially in America. It's got a lot of things to say. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about it, and I want to hear yours. So, what do you guys think about it?
Pick someone.
Kyle, you first.
Okay, well, obviously I live with Ben, and the girl that I was dating previously was absolutely obsessed with the song. She did like the whole WAP challenge in Blue Bar where they do the dance. So at first I thought this song was fucking stupid, right? I was like, this song is so dumb. But now I kind of love it because it's just such a meme. It's such a fucking meme. It's so funny. Like, honestly, like, every time I think of this song, it's just like, do you reckon when she was writing this, she was either absolutely fucking pissing herself, like this is amazing,
Probably
or
from
she
her
was,
vagina.
or she,
Oh,
that's a wet ass pussy.
Oh no.
or she was dead serious, and lots of people are saying this is like a feminist anthem, but dude, like,
I mean, I think she's probably pretty brain dead. Like, I don't think she felt anything when she wrote this.
When I said people say this is a feminist anthem to Claire, Claire said something like along lines of like, it's just going against everything. It's leaning into like the whole pimps and hoes thing. It's not a feminist anthem at all. It's just like
Depends on your definition, I suppose.
yeah, it's super hard because, like, on one hand, maybe some women might feel that's the whole thing about feminism in a nutshell. What some women might feel degrading, other women find empowering, and that's why feminism is such a fucking minefield, because you can't exactly be like, this thing is explicitly not very good for women, because another woman, like 100 women out there, would be like, this makes me feel powerful and like in charge and stuff like that. So it's like, it's like, as a man, I literally do
but
not
it's
even wanna
like
touch
that episode of
with
It's
my-
Always Sunny where Dee starts sleeping with loads of men, because just to prove a point that she could sleep with loads of people, much like Mac and Dennis. And then by the end of the episode, she's just got like a huge line of virgins just lining up at her door saying, "Are you the woman that sleeps with men?" Oh, and it just backfires. That's what it's not like. It's, I can see how it can be empowering, but at the same time, it's not. Like, because of just how the world is.
I think
of
like
how men are.
I'm in the boat with Kyle. I think like I was fully ready to go like Ben Shapiro on this song and talk about how these fucking degeneracy is poisoning our children's minds and be like, oh, fucking society. But in the end, I was like, I almost felt that, and then I was like, actually, it's just too funny. Like, you can't talk about it seriously. What's the point? Like, did you guys watch the video?
Yeah, that's how I listened to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The video
way-
was funny.
the
very
what
well
I was
made.
gonna say-
Part of the video.
What set the tone for me was when they walk into that house and there's just a carved out ass with some legs hanging on the wall. I was like,
Yeah, well, set a tone
Yeah,
for
the
me was
only-
literally just the house flooding right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
No.
With the fountain, with the spinning like asses, and like the
Yeah.
tits were just like fountain.
Yeah. Like, you can't talk about feminism in the same sentence as this song. It's like, what's the point?
So good.
Her hair, where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
chains, that got me.
oh yeah.
You see that bit? What?
Where she's like, I want to gag, I want to choke, I want you to touch that little deadly thing right in the back of my throat.
Dude, there's so many good lines in this song. Me and Ben
Mate,
are always shouting random shit at each other. Like,
The one that you already said, Macaroni in the Pot, was my favorite one.
yeah.
Dude, that's I gotta say my piece. I fucking love this song. I genuinely fully, almost unironically love this song now, just because it's just so...
That's how it starts. It becomes ironic,
It's just-
and then
It was
it's like
it was
when
fully
we first
ironic.
started saying YOLO, and then we just started
Yeah,
saying
oh,
YOLO
yeah.
legitimately. Or at least I did.
Literally, it was so ironic at the start, and I was ready to be like full blown fucking straight white guy, this is obviously like that, unorthodox, very unorthodox. And then I leaned into it more, and I follow a lot of sex workers and stuff on Instagram who fucking absolutely live for this kind of music. And the more I listen to it, and all the parodies I've seen of Gilbert Gottfried doing a reading of it, and
Oh, I didn't watch the Wapsody thing. Shit, you said to
Bohemian Rhapsody is so good.
No, it's not. It's good is not the word I'd use to describe it. It's funny. It's not good.
I think I need to experience that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love this song.
I want to chime in. The lyrics are hilarious and all that shit. The music video was well made and funny and all that. But I've only ever listened to this song once, and the whole time I was sitting there going, just waiting for a drop or something, and then it ended, and I was just like, "Is that it?"
Oh yeah, musically, it's fucking garbage, boring.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean-
all about the lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go into it expecting amazing shit, but I did expect more. I do like some pop, and this. There was no I don't know.
Is this pop? What is this? I've seen
It's pop.
Cardi
What
B's
is
name
pop?
on
It
lists
is.
of
It's-
trap artists. I don't know.
It's it's
popular
it's,
rap, isn't it?
it's
mainstream
pop,
rap.
It's pop rap because it's Megan and Cardi just rapping over a really simple beat of "There's some whores in this house." It's so
The fact that the budget for this song in the music video is probably a million. And it's a song about
budget.
Well, do you know when I was trying to think what makes me want to hate this? Why don't I just immediate? Why do I have this barrier where I don't want to like it? And I was trying to think of other things to compare it to. And do you guys remember the song "Area Codes" by Nate Dogg and the other guy?
Ooh, vaguely.
Oh,
God, no.
It's
how's it go?
where fucking it's
Go,
just
Greg.
I've got hose. Hose.
In different areas.
Area Codes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
And I love that song, and genuinely half the words are hose, and the other half is just him saying numbers of different area
I
codes.
just looked up the lyrics, and one of the lyrics that I saw immediately was "It's the abominable hoe man."
Yeah, he's got some genuinely just cracking puns in that song.
Oh
And-
my god.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that ended the argument, the internal argument for me of why do I want to hate this? When I realized that I love that song, I was like, no, I have to give WAP a pass as well.
You gotta.
That's
so
pass.
It's
good.
the same thing. Yeah.
You can give it a pass for being funny, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that gets me though is like, in the music video, they look like they're taking it so seriously, and it's like, I should probably look up like some interviews and stuff, because I don't know if she takes this seriously. Like, she actually.
It's hard to tell because they do like dance numbers and shit, and they obviously rehearse the shit out of it with loads of other dancers, and dancing in water like that couldn't be like easy. So I don't know.
I mean, I like to take the death of the author approach and just kind of be like, does it really matter if they really intended for it to like take it seriously or not? Like, especially when they're literally doing things like, like it's.
I can't believe you're bringing up Derrida in a conversation about Cardi B.
I take it to whole new levels when it comes to this.
I mean, you did say you did want to go in an in-depth conversation.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe we should make a Cardi B fucking side project podcast where we just discuss Cardi B.
I'm gonna write an essay about this.
Dude, I'd fucking read that. I'd subscribe for that.
Yeah, update your blog with this, bro.
Just the whole WAP thing.
Yeah.
Can we just take a second to read out some of the best lyrics?
Yeah.
Oh,
please, the floor is all yours.
Of course, there is a put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
Oh.
I do a Kegel while it's inside.
Did you listen to the safe version?
What, wet
the
and
non-explicit?
Wet
Yeah,
and gushy.
put this
That
cookie
sounds
right
like-
in your face.
The cookie.
So dumb.
So good.
Oh my god, dude.
What was it? Not a garden snake. I need a king cobra. Hang on. If he ate my ass, he's a bottom
He's a
feeder.
bottom feeder.
That's not like a metaphor or a simile or like just what you would normally find in a rap. She's just like, yeah, that's what eating ass is.
Yeah, you bottom feeder. Eat ass. In the king cobra penis be just a dick with a massive bell end. Because cobras have like the rounded bit at the top.
Just like a hooded
She's there
penis.
with the flute like like an Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it said that snakes coming out her ass instead of a pot. So
Shall we make a song called like, Erect Ass Penis, and it starts with like Ben with a snake charmer face?
Somebody call Hollywood, get us a couple million, we can fucking do this.
yeah,
Oh my god.
gonna need a big budget to pull that off.
Get some CG in there, man.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Um,
Who?
just phenomenal in every possible way.
Phenomenal. Best thing I've ever heard.
People are going to be speaking about this for years to come.
In
I
My
think
kids are going to be
naturally,
asking us, what was it like when Wet Ass Pussy just came out?
in the nature of pop music, people will be listening to this in years to come. It's definitely got
yeah, for sure.
longevity, like pop music does.
It'll be like when your granddad's like, yeah, I saw Hendrix at the Isle of Wight Festival, yeah.
I remember the first time I heard Wet Ass Pussy. It was a cold winter's night.
I do want to say that I literally cringed when I saw how many views this had.
How many?
It's got like 200 million, like something stupid like that. And I was just literally just like,
Yeah.
Oh, is she more popular than Ghostman? I'm gonna check her stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That
I think
gives
it's
me a little bit of faith in humanity because I'm sure I would.
No,
hate
I'm
Ghost
sorry,
Girl,
Greg.
but-
She's not actually.
Is it actually not?
God.
Ghostman's video for Mercury has 271. WAP has 285.
Oh no!
I can't count.
No,
and also, WAP came out
Cardi
a few
B.
months ago.
Nah, dude, Cardi B has like 20 times his followers on Spotify.
Oh wow, Jesus
There's some holes in
Christ.
this house. I think like as a last.
Either way, we're all fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say we're all.
It makes me so sad when I see. Oh, I don't know. This is just my like dickhead music taste coming out, but it makes me so sad when I see like these huge pop artists having a huge following, and I just see like smaller bands who put their heart and soul into the music they make and not even like scratch the surface of like even their genre that they're trying to appeal to.
Oh yeah.
So
Good
what
shit.
I say to that is what we say in Realignment and a lot of our other songs. Don't look down, look up. It's not necessarily the artists and everything that we should be blaming. It's the corporations and the music industry and everything behind those people who are pushing for that kind of music a lot more.
Yeah.
And like that's
You could be the next Cardi B boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Maggie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We just need to find good. We need to find a record label and then just sell our souls. There you go.
Yeah,
and
just suck that executive dick, dude. We can do this.
Give them my wet ass pussy. Sure.
Ben, Kyle.
Oh, good lord.
Final thoughts.
Kyle.
Yeah, it's literally just a meme song for me. Like, literally, I can't even comprehend how this is as popular as it is, other than people find it funny. But the thing is, like, I have heard plenty of people, like, the girl I dated before, like, unironically thought it was, like, a feminist empowering thing, and she was like, you wouldn't get it. Sort of thing.
I'm sure a lot of people have that opinion.
Yeah, you know.
Fine.
You do, yeah.
Good luck with that.
But no, me and Ben literally quote this song every single day, like several times every day, because there's just so many lines. Like every time we're playing League or something, and we're like, "Go on, fight him, beat him up, catch a shot."
Extra hard and extra large.
What does that even mean?
It's beating up the vagina. He is pile driving that punani.
No, catching a charge. I got that.
Like literally, like he's pounding it so hard, the police come.
Oh, like static. Oh, I don't get it. What do you mean he's building up an electrical charge?
He fucking just slings his wang into the wall and gets stuck up.
Yeah, dude. Water conducts electricity, man. That's dangerous.
Yeah,
like that.
it could be
wet-ass
fucking it
pussy's
so
a
hard.
fire risk.
It could be fucking it so hard that it's charging batteries. You know, so it's
Yeah, dude. My wife is a fire inspector, and she said it's really dangerous.
More like Durabell. Ho ho.
Yeah.
Rather than Duracell.
I get it. I get it.
I got it. Don't worry. I got you.
Thanks, man. Okay, last thoughts and then we'll move on. I fucking ironically and unironically love this song. I think it's amazing. It's so fucking funny. Like, it's bringing me so much joy. And whatever someone wants to take out of it, like, whether it's, like, ironic or if it actually makes people feel empowered, I don't understand it personally, but I'm like, whatever floats your social justice boat. Like, I'm all for it just because it's a fucking solid ass meme. So this is almost like a fucking 10 out of 10 song for me. It's so good.
Oh, dear.
Nice. God damn.
Dear.
The other single, which I don't really want to follow up that conversation with. I feel like we should have done it the other way around. But it's Kissing Dynamite Cadillac Maniac. I chose this because of 12 Foot Ninja and the whole like switching up genres, like back and forth genre kind of thing. And I like it. And I also like the Baseballs. Is that them?
Yeah.
They're cool too. So yeah, what did you guys think? Ben?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the I'm a big fan of like Elvis-y kind of like music anyway. So like it was actually quite a nice contrast to see all of the Baseballs were able to like sing and everything. That was really, really cool. I think it's all of them. Did all of them sing? Or like, because in the music video,
Like three of them sung, and then they had like a double bass player and a guitar player, I think.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, quite a few of them. Like, I thought they only had one singer, but like either way, like everything about them were cool. Like the aesthetic, like the how they sung and everything, I was like, oh, I could get behind this. It contrasted, like, it was really weird, like the jarring, like mix between like how they sung and then how the chorus goes in, and I really love like the chorus. I really love the song because the chorus is really good, and like every time I hear the word, the phrase kind of like maniac, like the song, like the chorus is in my head, like so it does its job. But like altogether, it's really jarring, but I kind of like it at the same time. I don't know what you guys think. What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. We watched this together as well. I thought the lead singer of the Baseballs is very Captain America, was one of my notes.
Nice.
They were super rockabilly. I feel like they worked surprisingly well. One of my thoughts also was I was thinking, wow, the lead singer of Kiss and Dynamite really looks like a goblin, and then I remembered we've said that about him last time we did Kiss and Dynamite as well. Yeah, they look like they're having a good time. It was a fun song. The only thing I felt could have been improved is the intro. They are both kind of doing their own thing at the same time, and it sounds really cool. And I wish they'd done more of that. It's a bit more like kind of them, a bit more separate. They come in separately of each other for the rest of the song.
I agree. That first bit where it had like that, you know, rockabilly like guitar thing, and then the heavy metal as well, sounded so cool. And then I wish they went back to it a few more times throughout the song as well.
Yeah, and noticeably they did it like right at the end as well, which sounded really, really good as it was finishing. But yeah, I wish they kind of did it a lot more rather than like, I think it was one of those mashup songs that they kind of like, they mashed up in the way that it was like kind of your turn, then my turn, then your turn, then my turn.
I mean, that's partly why I chose to go after 12 Foot Ninja, because it was very much like one, this, them, this, them, this, them. Like 12 Foot Ninja. Yeah, got Greg. Yeah, for sure. What are you saying, bruv? Cuz?
I pretty much agree. You've said most of the things I was going to say. Yeah, I also compared them to 12 Foot Ninja. It's that kind of like the transition between the Kiss and Dynamite stuff and the kind of like Elvis-y Johnny B. Good stuff is, I didn't know why it worked, but every time I was like, shit, that really works. Like we're going from one to the other and back, and yeah, it was a lot like 12 Foot Ninja, like Coming For You or something. Yeah, I liked it for the same reasons I liked the album that we did before, really. I just think they're cheesy and fun and catchy, and yeah, the chorus was really earwormy, and yeah, all round good song.
Hey, hooray! One thing I did notice though is I watched WAP by Cardi B first, and then I watched this one, even though I knew this one before anyway. And then I was just like, I wonder who had more budget.
Yeah, one of my notes is the poor guys only had one fit girl between all two, both of the band.
And one car, is that it?
The whole video was just a Cadillac and a fit girl.
Yeah,
in
the
a
whole
white
video was just them trying to, you know you want to be on the heavy metal side. No, come on the fucking rockabilly side. No, and then they kissed at the end, and it was funny.
Do you reckon the girl in the car came first, and then they were like, we can write a song about this?
Yeah, they just saw her in a car.
Like, we've already got
Wait
props for the music.
I think this is one of the best examples of how like something can be like kind of cheesy, but like the cheese is really good, like because it's like the cheese, it's like the music came first and the cheese came after, if that makes sense. Like the idea, I'm guessing like when they were writing this kind of stuff, they were like, the idea of mixing rockabilly and heavy metal together probably came first, and then and then they were like, oh, that would sound sick. And then they were like, okay, now what should we kind of write about? And then it was kind of silly, but that really works. And that's like my all-time favorite kind of cheese and kind of silly music. It's when like the instrumentation, everything is fucking ace, and then it's kind of a little bit tongue-in-cheek at the same time, which is why Tenacious D will always be like, you know, one of my favorite bands. Because I mean, like, you know, if anything else, like the music is fucking always incredible. And then obviously they're singing about stupid shit,
dick push-ups, and
like low-hanging fruit and stuff like that, and dicks and shit. Yeah, exactly. But it's always
about
incredible.
The low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, who would sing about their dicks and balls and stuff? What the fuck, man?
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do such a thing? Subscribe to Chub.
Subscribe. Album coming out next year sometime, hopefully.
Album's coming out 2021. The best year.
Gosh darn.
But yeah. So I feel like this song did that really, really well, in my opinion. And
Awesome.
I really liked it.
Oh, I'm glad you all liked it. That surprised me. I was half expecting you guys not to like it for some reason. I don't know why. Who knows?
Well, the album didn't go down 100% smoothly, did it? I remember I liked it. I can't remember, but
this is different to that album, though. To be fair,
was this the DNA one?
Yeah.
That was alright. That was the one I didn't like because of the mix, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kyle, take us away.
Yeah, so this was my recommendation. I've been a fan of Code Orange since their previous album, Forever, 2017. I think I recommended it to you guys at the time. Specifically the title track and Bleeding in the Blur. The singles are really good. It's in a similar sort of vein to this, but I feel like with this new album, they really went a bit mental and started really experimenting and trying different things. So, they've definitely got more of an industrial edge with this. I hadn't listened to the whole thing before I listened to it for this. I recommended it specifically with the intention of listening to it for the first time. So, what do you guys think, Greg?
Ooh, I'd heard the name probably from you before, but never actually gave him a look. I really enjoyed it. The first track gave me, as in the intro track, not a proper song, gave me Ghostmain flashbacks, and I was really like, oh no. Well, it's called like Going Deeper
Than Before.
Deeper Than Before,
Yeah.
in brackets.
That, and then like the beginning of the next one, it sounds like a
Cardi B
horror.
song.
Oh, it sounds like a movie trailer. It's got that like War of the Worlds noise. That they use in every trailer, and it had that like glitchy, cheap horror movie sounds, and I was like, no. But then actually, everything else after that track, I really, really liked. I hadn't really heard anything like it. I was really surprised. I looked on their Wikipedia page, and they're listed as hardcore punk.
Yeah,
And
when they
then-
started, they were punk. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a massive list of genres down the bottom, like of things that they might be called, and I don't know. Like you say, they're clearly experimenting with a bunch of stuff. But yeah, they were kind of industrial, hardcore kind of.
Oh yeah.
I wrote down a couple things that I thought they reminded me of. They kind of reminded me of The Algorithm in a way, like some of the drums and stuff. And there's a band called Hacktivist, and I'm sure I remember listening to a couple of their songs, and I think they were like this, but I can't really remember. Maybe you know them.
No.
Yeah, I get what you mean. They're very much like, they give off like a proper metallic dystopian future vibe to me. They really, for me, this is like this album has a really intense atmosphere. Like it's, I totally agree with you that it has like a horror movie atmosphere. Like, did you watch either of the music videos?
I didn't.
Yeah, like the music video for Underneath, and then there's another one for fuck, I can't remember what it was. Swallowing the Rabbit Hole. And both of them have this, like, especially Underneath, it has this really cool visual of like liquid metal forming into like a person, and then it's like this weird robot creepy thing, and I'm like, this album sounds like liquid metal to me.
It's definitely got like horror themes. I can definitely see that. The intro song, speaking of it, scared the shit out of me because I was listening to it from Claire's little speaker thing. I say little, it's really fucking good, but it was on the fridge, and I was getting something out of the fridge, so it was literally above my head, and then that scream when it just came and said, I just started screaming or whatever it was, literally made me jump because I was so close to the speaker. It scared the shit out of me, and I was like, okay, here we go. And to be fair, that kind of like jump scare really pushed my opinion on the at least half the album of just spooky noises and such. I really did like the parallels between like the really heavy electric guitars and the like dirty fucking sound effects, the robotic pitches and all that. It really sounded pretty damn cool. There was one bit though where I think they went a bit too far, and I think it took me out of the experience a bit. I think it was in Fear. I may be wrong there.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It was where the audio cut out, kept cutting out.
I liked that.
I didn't, because I thought my speaker kept cutting out. So when it cut out, and I went over, I checked my Bluetooth. I was like, Claire, is your phone connected to the Bluetooth? No? Okay, fuck it. Then it did it again. I thought the speaker was running out of battery. I turned the music off. I charged it, and then I put it back on. It kept doing it. And I was just like, if this is shit. It's. I get what they were going for, but they didn't pull it off. It just sounded like my speaker was faulty. But other than that, it was all really cool. Yeah.
There's a few, like the beginning of Cold Metal Plays. It has that riff where it's got that really weird like fragmented square wave, like so it's like the sound of a speaker breaking basically, and then it's just like it dispersed with this really heavy riff. And yeah, the first time I heard that, I was like, it was on my TV. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna break my fucking speakers? Like,
yeah, like I think like listening to their other albums, because I've listened to Code Orange for a little bit as well. This is definitely like their most experimental in like the terms of like what they're doing with like a lot of their like random sounds and everything. And this is probably the first time I've ever heard like industrial mixed with hardcore, which was really, really like awesome kind of mixture, especially like loving sort of bands like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails with that kind of like really industrially like metally, like not metal as in the music metal as in like solid metal, like iron and stuff, like that kind of noise,
like Iron Maiden.
It really kind of like mixed well with like the really harsh vocals, but at the same time as well, they did have their moments where I don't know what the female female singer's name is. I can never remember it.
Reba. Rebecca.
Oh right, okay. Her bits are always my favorite bits. You know, as much as this is like quite a hardcore band, like the way she sings and everything is quite grungy, and quite like milk teethy, almost like kind of God, I can't remember. Like Shirley Mason, is that her name? I can't remember. There's a band. It'll come to me in a sec. But like that kind of really like vocals. I really enjoyed, like especially from songs like Bleeding in the Blur, which is like from another album, which is like one of my favorite songs from Code Orange, and Underneath as well from this album. Was really good. So whilst their like experimental stuff was quite jarring and quite like heavy, their actual like slightly softer, more like singy moments like were also really prevalent in this album as well, which is why it was like still quite experimental. So yeah, like all around really good.
Yeah, I experienced a kind of a change after the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 songs, where I thought I knew what to expect, and I was like, okay, we're going the algorithm drums mixed with like just heavy shit, just in my face, like really moshy stuff. And then about halfway through the album, they go really like a bit more old school. I wrote down that the singers sounded a bit like Linkin Parky in one song, and then a little bit like Bullet for My Valentine in another. And they just started sounding very like 90s, early 2000s with the singing. I was like, oh, okay, we're doing something different. And then it kind of goes back to the ultra heaviness at the end of the album. But like, yeah, I thought it was a very nice variation throughout. Like, I was never bored. And especially in the last song. Was it the last song? In Underneath, there's like there's a back and forth between the screamy vocals and the clean vocals, and it goes on for a while. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. No, I wrote down pretty much the exact same thing. How like I was just like, okay, this is it for the rest of the album. Let's buckle in. This is gonna be brutal. And then he started singing clean, and I was just like, wait, what? Wasn't expecting it. However, I didn't really like the clean songs. Weirdly enough, I thought they sounded too generic. They sounded like they sounded like loads of other bands I've heard before, but the stuff that came before it in this album was like all new and cool to me. So I don't know. That's why I said half the album at the beginning of what I was earlier, because I was just like, I liked all like the experimental stuff, and then when the clean guy came in, I was just like, okay, this is just metalcore now.
I'm pretty sure all the clean vocals are the chick, Reba.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I might be wrong. I don't think there's many clean. Actually, their keyboardist does some backing vocals, I think. Yeah, you're right. There are some male vocals.
Some.
Yeah, like
when you guys said there was a female singer, I was legitimately like, is there? What?
Yeah.
She sounds.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I mean, I didn't.
She's the singer on Sulphur Surrounding, The Easy Way, Ottoman Carbine, and in the chorus of Underneath.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I thought it was a dude. Oh no, I'm assuming genders. What would Cardi B say?
She'd say, I want you to park this Big Mac truck right in this little garage. That's what she'd say.
I don't think Reba would say that.
Hey man,
I think
you don't know.
Yeah, she might fucking love that song, dude.
Yeah, man.
Don't presume. But like, I feel like that's the kind of part that I really enjoyed about her voice, is that the fact that it almost is a bit androgynous, in that like that's why it made me feel like it was quite grungy, because a lot of like those sort of early 2000s 90s kind of female vocalists who kind of have that kind of lower kind of baritone-y sort of voice. So when I said Shirley Mason, I meant Shirley Manson before from Garbage. She kind of has that kind of like American-y sort of sound. It's like I think I really enjoyed it, because like she's done a couple of other numbers from other albums that are really, really good as well. So yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah, I feel like the songs with her vocals and the songs with Jamie, the harsh singer's vocals, are like so different that like it really does feel like I don't know if they write them all as a collective or if like one of them writes different ones, because definitely her songs feel a lot like rockier or punkier, whereas the other like the harsh vocals are like really way more experimental and metally and industrially, and I think they really split up the album well with it, like because at least for me personally, listening to this, by the time we got to Sulphur Surrounding, which is the 7th track, I was a bit like, oh my god, my brain is melting, like it's just relentless. And then Sulphur Surrounding comes in, it's a nice slower song, more traditional rock song.
Yeah,
I think one of the
go for it.
One of the main like takeaways I had from it was I really would love to see them live, because I feel like this is the type of music that I already really liked it, but I would fucking go nuts for this live.
Yeah,
they're meant to be really
that sort of band.
This album came out at the beginning of COVID and stuff as well.
Yeah, March, wasn't it?
So
nobody's seen it live.
Well, they have, because they had this massive tour planned, but then they were like, well, fuck, well, we're not going to let this get us down. So for the day that the album came out, they streamed a show on Twitch. They all just played in like an empty hall, and they did their whole stage show there, and they streamed it all. And they've done it a few times since then. So yeah, they've kind of pioneered the whole concert streaming thing, and they go absolutely ape on stage in those as well. So even though there's nobody in the fucking room, so yeah, they must be pretty bad.
There's a couple of live sets I've seen them at a hardcore music festival in America. I think it's called like the Hateful something, the Hateful Six or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's literally like about like local hardcore musicians, and it's literally got like Code Orange, Vane, Jesus Peace, like a couple of others. There's that one where that meme comes from, of that like that guy doing the Running Man who's like half naked and like really fucking buff, and it's like loads of like I'll send you the meme afterwards. It's fucking hilarious. But that festival, like I saw a couple of live sets that throughout the years that Code Orange have done, because they've done a few there, and it just looks insane, and the fucking audience is absolutely going mad for it, and I'm like, oh, I miss fucking gigs.
Oh, tell me about it. The other day I was just sitting there just like, fuck, I really just want to be watching a band play live right now, drunk with friends.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
oh my god, dude, like, I literally walked
I'd even
past
take Kyle's
a busker.
farts. Like, at this point.
Dude, I literally walked. I walked past like a busker in Brighton, and it was just like a reggae like Rasta man, like in.
You're like 10 out of 10. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play Freebird. Wait, no, Free Little Bird. Sorry.
Play Girl Like You by Benji Webb.
And like literally, he was like in the Pavilion Gardens, just at the back. So obviously, like near like right at the back of Pavilion Gardens, and like just seeing live music. Like even though I didn't really like it, that like normally if this was like a normal like split in reality where Corona never happened, I probably would have walked past and be like, that's alright. But I literally stood there for like 10 minutes listening to live music, like, I missed it so much. So yeah, that's how integral it is as part of our lives, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we had a
100%.
shit ton of gigs lined up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of rounds off my point that yeah, Code Orange look fucking amazing live. So I'd love to see them for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Yeah, for
I
real.
had a weird point. For some reason, every like so often, I just get like Undertale vibes from this album. Did anyone else see that?
I guess, like what, like Omega Flowey or something?
Just,
like
yeah,
from
like
the
the
end of
weird
the
fucking sound
actual
effects
ending.
and stuff that comes out of Undertale.
Yeah, I
It's
get
just-
that.
I
I
guess
don't
I see
know.
it with the flowery.
Flowey and all of the bad, evil, pessimist run. I don't know. It's basically whenever something spooky happens in Undertale, there's like really distorted sound effects of like chiptune and metal like slamming and stuff, which is like in this album obviously. And I don't know. Every time I just thought like Undertale. That was a good game.
Yeah. It was a fantastic
that.
game. It was so good, I got a fucking tattoo of it.
You get halfway through Underneath and the last bit of the album, and then suddenly all you hear is.
It was a fucking spooky album.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to add to the old CHUB Cast web. This is the second thing we've done with Orange in the name after Channel Orange.
Oh my god.
Just like to put that out there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Next,
Very
let's do
different.
Orange Goblin. Anyone have some doom metal? No.
No.
Okay. Same.
We need to make like on the Chub drive. We need to make like a diagram connecting all of the
Yeah.
all the Chub stuff.
Oh, we need
together.
like
I want to see.
Oh, we need like a group, you know, just like, okay, next episodes, guys, we need to pick Pink bands, Pink Floyd, and the like.
And Pink.
Nice.
Pink, yeah.
You know, that's literally like not even the fifth thing that came to my mind, and then I was just like, oh yeah, of course.
Then there are any other
Thing I thought.
bands.
Have you guys heard of a band called the Flaming Lips?
No.
Yeah.
They have an album
we
called
see them.
Yoshiro
live?
Fights the Pink Flaming Robots or something like that, and that's what I thought of. Some bizarre
Why do I know that band?
I just
I
thought.
thought of Pink Guy.
I swear I've seen the Flaming Lips live. Can't remember when.
But yeah,
Pink guy.
Yeah.
should I give you some cute little
Let's do
factoids
Pink
about this?
season.
Pink season would be good.
Yeah.
Cute little
Dora the
factoid about this
Explorer.
album. They wrote this solidly for like a year straight. Like apparently all the way through 2019, they tried to take breaks from it, but they were like, no, I've got too many ideas, and they were literally like obsessed with this album and couldn't stop working on it, even though they wanted to like have a break. They were like, we need to finish this album so we can live our lives.
Yeah.
All of the electronic stuff, and all of the like weird shit that goes on was influence of a band that I really like, and I will eventually recommend an album for CHUB Cast, which is the Dillinger Escape Plan. Their lead singer Greg Puciato, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but
Like prosciutto breads.
yes, the Greg Prosciutto. They were in contact with him, and they were basically sending him parts of the album, like, what do you think of this? And he was giving suggestions, and that's where a lot of the weird, dissonant stuff came from. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing this live as well. And watch the music videos, they're cool.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, I
definitely
need to
going
watch
to hit them live. Not hit them, but I'll watch
And
them.
Don't do that.
interestingly,
Yeah,
they
that's
do a
rude.
lot of theme tunes for the WWE as well.
Didn't they do
Yeah, they did,
Rugrats?
What?
Or
Yeah,
fucking
they
John
did
Cena
Rugrats
coming
thing.
out like.
Like I know it's. I think it's like one of the wrestlers. Like I don't know. I don't fucking watch
They did
wrestling,
see
but
him.
like it's
Don't watch the wrestling.
someone like that, or like the Fiend or someone like that. Someone who wears like a really scary mask. They did like a theme for him as
It's the
well.
most popular song on Spotify is "Let Me In," The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
There
No
you go.
way. That's funny because there's another band that I'm going to do at some point on this podcast called Finger 11, and I heard about them because they wrote Kane's theme. Remember Kane with the scary mask?
Yeah, with the red mask. Yeah.
They did his theme, and then I found out they're actually pretty cool. So, maybe,
Oh,
dude,
sick.
I actually owned the WWE. There was an album that they made. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Reckless Intent. It was called that. WWE Reckless Intent, and it had a bunch of the themes on there, and it was actually a complete banger. I listened to that shit when I was like 12 years old. Maybe I'll do that. on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, you
Now
should
that you
recommend
mention it, I think I got into Motorhead because of WWE, because they did Triple H's theme. Time to play the game.
Oh, dude, that's fucking classic.
Yeah.
That's so good. Maybe we should do one of our categories one day. Should be a compilation album of like what's an album that we listened to when we were younger that was a compilation, which was a fucking unbelievable banger. I mean, it's probably so easy to find because of things like playlists and stuff like that on Spotify. But yeah,
I only have one,
be a funny
and
one.
it was just like rock gods playlist that I got with a magazine. I just played that like over and over again. I'll have to find
Hell
out.
yeah.
I'm sure I can find that online.
On
bring
Anna's
back old memories.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, final points. Greg.
I
I feel like we're picking up Greg first a lot today. But anyway, go Greg.
I think so.
Go.
Go.
Yeah, I'm ready. I want to be first. Yes. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I was very refreshed. We've had a lot of very heavy stuff on the podcast. Some of it I've liked, some of it I haven't. And this stuff, I heard it was coming in really heavy with the smashing my face in with the beats, and I was like, okay, is it going to be more of the same? And it totally wasn't. It surprised me. There was plenty to enjoy. I came out really appreciating this band. I'm going to check out their other albums. And my favourite songs were Who I Am, Sulphur Surrounding, Last One's Left, and Underneath. And I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Damn.
Hey, boy.
Damn. Go on, Ben.
And
Oh. Me? Shit. Okay. I'll get this time. Step Ben.
Kill him.
So I actually wrote one of my first notes that I didn't say, but it was first impressions. It's very heavy, and it's definitely metal. Just thought you'd like to hear that. Just that's what I wrote. But the heaviness went on to about halfway through the album, and then clean vocalist came in. Earlier I said that like they were like my least favorite songs. I didn't like dislike them though. They were just like my least favorite parts of the album. I did actually enjoy them, and I'd love to see these guys live. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, it'd be amazing. Actually, I can't imagine.
Well.
I've forgotten what it's like to hear live metal.
I just want a bunch of sweaty metalheads to smash into me in a mosh pit again.
I want to
I just want
be
a beer
standing
spill down my back.
I just want to be covered in other people's sweat.
I want to be standing next to a guy with questionable BO.
Oh, yes, I miss it. I miss it all.
7 out of 10. No particular reason, just enjoyed it. Kyle. I mean, Ben. Get ready.
Ben, go first.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Okay, yeah, me. Yeah, I fucking like I said before, I listened to this band before. Like Bleeding in the Blur is like one of my favorite songs, like period. Like I've been listening to that for fucking like especially during sort of this year, it's been fucking up there. And this album was a lot more experimental than a lot of their other stuff, which is really great because they've been pushing a lot of directions that I already enjoy, like more of an industrial sound mixed with a hardcore sound, which, you know, especially because I've been getting into hardcore in the last couple of years a lot more, has just been so like refreshing on the industrial take. So it's like proper like punches you in the face, but also strokes you with its sultry singy stuff as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, I love how the hardcore sounds, like how the hardcore bits sound like you know, different. One thing I listened to this and like I don't know why this album particularly just got me thinking about this, but I fucking love how different people scream differently. Like some people, like you could do like the generic Fry scream and stuff, but like the way the guy does it in this album, again I can't remember his fucking name. Like I think it's the guitarist or the keyboardist, but like the guy that does a lot of the heavier sort of screamy vocals, he has quite a unique way of doing it, and it's really made me appreciate like just a lot of people sound so different. Like you know, from fucking Howard Jones to the singer from Black Dahlia Murder, who's like, you know, from the really high to the really lows. So yeah, that kind of made me really appreciate like that, the heavier side as well as the really cool singy side, which I already sort of alluded to, like nice sort of grungy kind of sounding vocals. All in all, I love this, and yeah, it's definitely like one of my favorite albums. I think, did it come out this year? Or was it last year?
This year.
This year, yeah. This is probably one of my favorite albums. Like I want to do a top 10 albums of 2020 or something like that, and this is probably one of them, to be fair.
We should do that for like a year-end special.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Yeah.
That might be, yeah, that would be a cool idea actually. I'd enjoy that. So with that in mind, I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10.
Nice. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah. I was gonna say exactly the same thing. I think this is my album of the year. Granted, I can't really think of many other albums that came out this year. It's such a blur.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard for me to think of 10.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah. Give Unleash the Archers a 10 out of 10. That album came out this year. Oh, no, that was another one.
No, that was the last album I gave out 10.
Yeah, that was
Abyss was sadly disappointing for me. It was nowhere near as good as Apex.
Oh.
What was I going to say? Yeah, really cool album. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. Such a diverse array of sounds and atmospheres and stuff. Really keeps like that horror vibe going the whole way throughout. Every song is absolutely fucking packed with stuff going on. I feel like this has lots of replayability because there's so many things that you won't catch the first time round, and because it's such like a sonic beatdown, especially for the first half of the album. Like listening to each song individually kind of helps you notice everything a bit more, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of these songs just don't have an intro. Like a lot of the songs are just immediately like straight away. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like listening to each song individually will make me really realize what each one has going for it more. Really like their previous album Forever, but yeah, as has already been said, they're really pushing new boundaries, really step their game up. And yeah, I favorited most of it, but actually it's funny that you said that, fuck, I need to get the fucking album up again now, because I don't remember the names of the songs. It's funny that you said In Fear and Last Ones Left were some of your favourite ones? Because they were my least favourite tracks on the album. I didn't like.
I didn't say In Fear.
Oh, Last One's Left. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
those
Last
were
One's
my
Left.
least favourite tracks on the album.
I'd say In Fear is
really-
probably one of my favourites.
Oh, really?
My least favourites were Inside the Glass and Erasure Scan. I felt they were more atmospheric than like enjoyable. They went a bit too heavy for me during those ones.
Yeah, I didn't like Erasure Scan either. But Back Inside the Glass I did really like. My favourite track on this album is probably A Sliver. I thought that song was fucking sick. That song
That was a good one.
fucking slaps. But yeah, for the most part, like, this is just a really good album. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 as well. It's damn good. It's good
Nice.
eats.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And chances are, when we see them live, it will bump itself up to a 10 out of 10.
Oh man,
Probably. I do reckon they're in
everything.
live.
Dude, I'd watch Ghostman at this point. Like, just give me some fucking live music for God's sake.
I wouldn't
I
watch
think you'd
it.
regret it once you got there.
Yeah, you'd go watch Ghostman, not enjoy it, and get COVID.
Yeah. That's
Come on, though,
true.
Carl. If I offered you a free ticket to go see Benji Webb, you'd take it.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Because you know you'll have good banter in between each song and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
It'd be a
Venue,
more
and you had a
intimate
chance
show.
to talk into him. Yeah, yeah. But no, I wouldn't go just for the music at all.
Love,
I'd
love,
rather stay at home. Play League of Legends.
I love.
Lovely stuff. So anyway, with that, we're going to read out your viewer comments. As always, Tim of the Week is our boy, Tim B.
Yep.
The guy that you all know quite well and intimately for the past couple episodes. Should we start with single reviews?
Go for it.
Go for it. I want to hear his take on Webb.
Well, he says, the beat is fairly simple and its thematic content is not something Cardi B hasn't covered many times before. I think I speak for all of us when I say I haven't ever listened to anything by Cardi B before. So,
That's a good
yeah,
point.
so
I
I mean,
assume it's exactly
wouldn't
the
know.
same.
Her other
but less
stuff's like
funny.
Beethoven. Just like fucking classical music.
She's like,
I mean, Beethoven does have a song called "Lick My Arse," doesn't he?
yeah, he does.
Lick me in mine arse.
She's like, do you remember we got recommended the Deer Hunters epic 5-album saga with
Colour
all the different
saga,
colors? Yeah, I imagine Cardi B is like that level of complexity.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's all about her pussy.
Yeah,
It's just the pussy saga.
50 Shades of Pussy.
I like that.
Anyway, continuing on, he says, I suppose this is the flip side of the coin of rappers from a female perspective, so if you can accept it, then you have to accept it here. I put this on par with Kanye and Lil Pump's track I Love It for the catchiness / virality, but it's far from their best work. I've forgotten about that song already, actually. That was huge for like a week.
I never knew about that song.
Now you know that song, it's You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. You never heard that song? It's the one where in the music video they're wearing like they're just like Minecraft people.
I think if I ever realized I was listening to a Lil Pump song, I would just leave the situation.
Yeah.
Man here.
I mean, to be fair, I live
Yeah.
under a rock when it comes to pop music. Like, I don't know shit all about pop. I stopped giving a shit about pop in like 2011.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever did.
He says, this is more about picking up on Megan's recent come up in the charts and cementing themselves to the top than necessarily music quality. I think that's a pretty risky take. You reckon they're just cashing in on her popularity? I mean, Cardi B's pretty fucking big as well.
You don't really think that they give a flying fuck about the music, do you?
No, but I don't feel like
yeah.
maybe I feel like it's
Most-
a bit of a cynical perspective to say that they did this specifically because Megan Thee Stallion's popular.
I would assume that their entire genre and everything they've ever made in their entire careers is a giant cash-in, isn't it? Is that
I
a
mean,
risky take? I
Are
don't
you
know.
trying to tell me
Definitely
Cardi
not.
B doesn't feel passionately about the art of her vagina?
I mean, she
That's
feels
exactly what
something
I'm saying.
passionately, but I don't think it's her music.
Isn't she
It's hard to say.
Didn't she say in an interview that she used to like drug people and steal their money?
She didn't drug people. She'd go and fuck dudes and wait for them to fall asleep and steal all their shit, which is equally fucked up. But yeah,
I'm sure she's really into the music.
Anyway, I digress. He said, "This was meant to make a statement about female sexual empowerment and put their names out there, and it did. The song's a laugh, but I don't expect it to be a classic, or that's where you're wrong, friend. It's going to be a stone classic."
That is a risky take, because this is going to be around.
That is a risky take. Yeah.
He gave it 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
generous.
he's not looking at it from the same perspective we are, in that it's such a meme.
I mean, Tim is the connoisseur of memes. Like, I think he.
Yeah, I thought he would have memed a little bit more, but he's.
To be fair, in the last episode, you did say go into this with, like, you know, your review glasses on. You know, you want to dissect it. That's what you did say last episode.
Yeah, dripping with sarcasm.
No, but like, I know it was sarcastic, but it's like sarcastic sarcasm, you know.
Yeah, now we're being sarcastic about being sarcastic, and that's just too meta.
Well, I think 5 out of 10 is perfectly fair. What did he reckon about Kiss and Dynamite?
Cadillac Maniac, Kiss and Dynamite. He says, "Americana when Beach Boys go to a glam metal gig." Problem is the styles are put together, not mixed, aside from the intro. Yep. I wanted more of the blending that they did. Both styles are inoffensive, the chorus is catchy, and the bass line / drums carry through well. The lyrics for Kiss and Dynamite really don't mean much. In fact, I'm not sure they make sense. He says, he puts an example. Cadillac Maniac, all aces high. Cadillac Maniac ain't nothing to satisfy my hunger. Aces ain't nothing means it is something, right? What hunger are they on about? Nonsense. But fortunately, it's fun nonsense. 6 out of 10.
Nice.
Did he put a citation after it? Like,
put like some fucking. He put some Harvard referencing there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, album reviews. Underneath Code Orange, he said, "I liked the heavy crunchy riffs, but there's just something a bit off about the songs, which changes pace, speed, and adds effects that take away from it, with it trying to be too many things. The more melodic songs make it seem like they aren't quite sure what direction they want to go in. The heavy vocals are muddied, almost like they're static outside of that for the most heavy songs. Wait, outside of that for the heavy songs. I don't really get. I think that's a brand new sentence. Can't make much specifically of the lyrical content outside of being angry at the fucked up parts of life. I think it's about who we are as people underneath. What we present, like, yeah, with the whole social media angle, it's a more modern take. But angsty stuff like this is pretty popular and kind of generic. I really don't think you can say this album is generic. Like, they do so much weird shit on this album. Like, I feel like maybe the softer songs are a bit generic.
Yeah, the softer songs are generic, but as a whole, it really makes the album diverse. If you showed me one of the softer songs on their own, I'd have been like, okay, that's quite good. But like, if you listen to the whole album as a whole, like, yeah, it's up and downs, mostly ups. Yeah.
Yeah. You see. I guess I can see what the point of the erratic music is, a reflection of our inner workings.
Like we're metal.
You'd never know, though. The album has parts most people with an interest in heavy music will like, but I'm not sure outside of fans of this band the album really hits with every part of every song. I think they overcooked it a bit. I mean, understandable.
I think you're wrong. I'm not a fan of this band, but I really loved it. I think
I could see how he. Oh, sorry, Greg.
Maybe. I mean, I was thinking of, like, because obviously generic means like you stick to your genre, and it's like individual songs might be generic, but there's a big variety on offer. I feel like where we did Left Behind on this podcast, and I think I didn't hate it enough at the time, but I really didn't like it very much. That is what I would call a generic example of hardcore, where it's just one throughout. but this had
Oh
loads.
yeah.
See, I wouldn't agree with that at all. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I love Left Behind, and I would genuinely say exactly the same thing. Like they are pretty much generic in their genre. They are very consistent in how they sound and everything. I mean that's what I personally love about them is that like you know what you're getting. Kind of like how if you listen to an AC/DC song, you're getting an AC/DC song.
Oh yeah,
like flat out. Like
the new AC/DC album is
Like
just like,
reggae.
oh, it's the same. Welcome
it's
home.
the same, but like Welcome Home. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same with Left Behind. That's why I kind of love it. But that's also why I enjoy Code Orange. Is that you know that they're trying to push boundaries with the album and trying to like go for that like really like twisted metally kind of like sort of sound in amongst the sort of like cleaner vocals. So it really works for sure. Yeah.
I can see what he means though. Like, it has parts most people with an interest in heavy music will like. I don't think if you're not into metal, I think you'd probably hate this because there are definitely some very abrasive moments in this album. Like especially like
imagine showing someone The Fear like for the first time that's not into like heavier kind of metal stuff. Like that ending bit where it's just like literally people fucking screaming. They'd be like, why would you listen to this? And then there's me just like,
Somebody has clicked on this video because they like Cardi B and they saw it in the tags and they were like, oh, I'll check it out as well.
yeah, Zach, you've got to really clickbait this and make WAP one of the tags.
Oh yeah. They sound happy. They sound mainstream.
I tried that with Ghostman, but it didn't get much traction. So I don't know. We'll see. Arctic Monkeys, though, that got us a lot of views.
Ghostman's
that's true.
I thought Iron Maiden would get. I was surprised it didn't.
It's hard to tell.
Anyway, shall we move on? I haven't been nicking in ages. Benji Webb. He says, nice electronica spacey sort of noise. He has a very distinctive voice. Even had I not known he was from Skindred, I would have recognised him from that. This album has one of the best interludes I've heard in ages, which is interlude 1, which is the one which is where he's like an old man, like
play the tune.
Tonight has hilarious lyrics, as do several others. Honestly, I didn't pay much attention to the lyrics, so maybe I need to give it another go.
Listen to Tonight. It's the only like funny song on the album, but it's really stupid.
Alright, I'll give it a go.
Saying this has the best interludes like he's heard in ages is like saying that's like the nicest smelling shit I've smelt in ages. Like it's still a fucking piece of shit. Like I can't cement enough how much I hate interludes in anything, even in some of my 10 out of 10 albums like fucking Frank Ocean and stuff. Interludes suck.
Maybe
they
we should
suck,
write a song
and I
about
hate
how
them.
shit interludes are.
Oh my god.
But it's actually a complete.
Yeah,
it's just.
But it's actually an actual song. Yeah. Oh my god.
Isn't it? Every track is a song.
Actually, Greg, when you said the lyrics of Tonight, actually, I just remembered. Like, I actually did like that song. They were funny. They were good lyrics.
Yeah,
I can't remember what they were, but I do remember laughing like out loud. So
but that is the most different song on the album, I would say.
I'll give it a listen after this. I'll give it another try. He continues. A bit more of a modern version of reggae, but little going on outside of that decent, catchy songs. But I didn't miss it much when it finished, especially given its 15 odd tracks. Nice to see he can branch out outside of Skindred and do something different. It's not bad, just a bit of chill and fun. And he gave it a 5 out of 10. So he was nicer about it than we were.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I agree with like most of the shit he says though as well. It's just easier to be negative than positive about something that's kind of average, I guess. Benny, you on the toilet?
Yeah, I really need a pee, so I'm just having a sit down with you.
Great content, quality content.
Content.
For
For me though, like this album, I'm really going a lot on my like gut feeling, and like I could sit and I could be objective and I could be like, yeah, it's definitely, it's okay at what it does, but for me, like I just listen to it and it makes me feel bad, so that's all it comes down to.
No, it was just kind of like there, and I'm never gonna think about it again.
Yeah, that's the most enjoyable part of this album, is the fact that I never have to listen to it ever again.
We're gonna have to repeat this to Greg, aren't we?
Yeah. No.
Nah. That's it.
Anyway.
So Tim quite like Tim. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks,
Wait,
Tim.
sorry, what did he score, Benji?
He gave it 5 out of 10. He said it was not too bad, just a bit of chill and fun.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You're
So,
wrong,
yeah.
Tim, but thanks anyway.
Continue to write in, Tim. Please,
Yeah.
if you're out there, anybody else, leave us some comments. What happened to you, Andrew Branch? You were the chosen one. You haven't commented on the last few videos.
He's still there, man. He liked our Facebook post the other day.
Yeah.
does.
He's
He's
still
thinking
around.
about it. He is listening.
We
So,
appreciate
yeah.
you, man.
Please
Yeah,
leave those comments.
Yeah, everybody else as well. Listen to the albums, leave a review. Tell us what you
Yeah,
think.
speaking of, what
The
we're doing
album's
next week
being.
or next time.
Oh.
It's me and Ben choosing.
You, Ben.
Oh, it's me as
Alright.
well.
Ben, go on. What are we listening to next week?
No, you go first.
Okay, fine. So I listed like all of the bands that we've gone through in the 15 episodes, and I also went through the genres of what we've all picked, and I'm the most diverse, to be fair. Realizing that though, I was like, okay, I'm gonna choose something that's not rock or metal. Sorry, Greg, not hair metal this time. I'm gonna choose folk, alternative, folk rock, whatever. The Levelers and their album Leveling the Land.
Ooh, okay.
It is just folk mess. Folk is just punk, as like it's just angry music. They write songs about just how shit. I mean, this album came out in '91. It's like it references a lot of the shit that like happened in like the Thatcher era and all that. So it's an angry time. Not as angry as Code Orange, but but it's still I love this album so much.
Angry and whimsical.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me about this album a few months.
Yeah, it was actually
It's
that
good,
car
it's good.
journey where I was like, maybe I should pick a folk album, because Greg, I think you said that you thought that folk was all like pagans and paganism and stuff, or something along those lines.
I associate folk with like Newton Faulkner, Your Dad kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I
when
thought
in
you were-
reality, folk is more punky, where they're just angry. It's the people's music, as it were.
Yeah,
So-
my mum really loves the Levelers, so yeah, I've listened to a fair few of them
Never
before.
listened to them, so I'm interested
Yeah,
to see
quite.
this.
No, I haven't ever.
Yeah,
Good.
That's it.
Ben.
All
What
right,
about
Ben.
you?
It's yours.
I really wanted to. I've wanted to review this one for quite a few weeks, but I just haven't had. No, no, fuck no. A whole. I don't think I could do a whole album of Cardi B. But this has been one that's been boiling for a little while, and I wanted to wait for the right moment. It's time to have a laugh, boys. It's time to have some fun. And my album choice is Total Brutal by Austrian Death Machine.
Hey. Nice.
We were listening
Time
to this.
to-
the other day.
I was listening. Yeah, we were listening to a bit of this, and I was just like, "This is too good not to fucking recommend." So Austrian Death Machine, Total Brutal, because it's brutal.
I've never listened to Austrian Death Machine, but I've definitely heard of them, so I'm looking forward to this.
Oh
Yeah.
mate,
I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
Oh my god, there's 17 tracks on it. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
the
a big
Levelers have got 16 tracks on it, So we got two.
A few of them are
beefy
the
albums.
dreaded interlude, though.
No, yeah, a lot of them are actually interludes, and I still stand by that. I fucking hate interludes, but at least these ones are like mildly amusing. But like, I still hate them because like if I have it on shuffle, it will come on and I'll be like, no, that's not a song, and then fucking skip it.
Yeah,
Fuck
I don't like
interludes.
interludes.
But apart from that, like if you're listening to the album as a whole, then they're fine, I guess. Whatever.
Alright.
But yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
that's it.
Nice.
Singles. Kyle,
Alright.
what's your single?
Single.
Punk.
Yeah, okay, so I was sitting for a while, I was trying to think of what I want to do. I'm going to pick a soundtrack single.
Oh shit.
It is from... You will know what song I'm talking about immediately, it's from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
I have actually
oh my god.
still not.
Mate, have you still not watched it?
What's it called?
It's called Tank!
I
Exclamation
still
mark!
haven't-
Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
Oh my god, this
Okay.
song.
And it's by a band called The Seatbelts.
Okay.
I've only got one exclamation mark.
It's only got one, I lied. I'm sorry. I was just too excited.
Liar.
You son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
I'm gonna have to come upstairs and listen to that in like a sec, like again, because
It slaps.
Greg.
Oh, I'm so torn. Shall I? Yeah, I'm just
what
gonna
happened
go
to
with the
all
one
the
that I had
10
written down.
pages?
Oh, dude, I do. That's why I'm so torn. I have like a list of a
Oh.
million fucking singles that I want to do, but
Around
I don't know
to
which one to do. I'm gonna go with this one. So we're back on the hip hop train, lads, and this is a song with 3 rappers: Gift of Gab, R.A. the Rugged Man, and Afro, as in A.F.R.O. But if you just search for Freedom Form Flowing, that is the title of the song. Freedom Form Flowing.
Okie dokes. Nice.
There's a Gift of Gab, Afro,
Anytime.
and who?
And R.A. the Rugged Man. But,
R.A..
yeah, if you just search for
The Rugged Man.
What?
okay.
Commonly known as Rugged Man. I don't know why his name is so weird.
What?
But yeah, that is his.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Are you ready?
Alright. So if you're listening to this at home, that is Levelers, Leveling the Land, Austrian Death Machine, Total Brutal, Tank by the Seatbelt, and Freedom Form Flowing by Gift of Gab, R.A. the Rugged Man, and Afro. Am I saying all that right? Is that all correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Correct.
Send your reviews at chubtheband@gmail.com or comment in the comment section below, or use the hashtag chubview on our socials, and we will read your review out next episode. Yeah, awesome. Episode 15 in the bag.
Yep, chance.
Uh,
Game.
And
Fuck yeah. The
if
big
this
one.
album gave you a chub,
Like
Hey.
amazing.